today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'll be showing you guys a Korean style makeup versus American style makeup. And I'll be teaching you guys some techniques and how to achieve their signature look. So let's just jump straight into it. Alright, starting off with foundation. For the Korean makeup, I'm using a foundation and mixing it with a facial oil. And what this is going to do is really make the foundation glow on the face and give you that overall healthy lit from within and radiant dew on the face. I'm using a beauty blender to press this into the skin because Korean people normally use little face sponges as well, so this is the closest thing I have. Now for the American, I'm using a matte foundation. They go for the matte kind of more full coverage look and using a buffer brush to blend this all over. Now for highlighting, Western trends highlight a lot, especially lately, under the eyes, on the forehead, and down the bridge of the nose. But for Korean, they just use the concealer to cover up lightly under the eye and around the nose where there's any imperfections. For powder, for Koreans, dust powder over the outer edges, so that's that U-zone area. This is just to keep that dewy look in the center of the face. Americans pretty much powder everything, under the eyes, on the T-zone area, and everywhere. So with bronzing and contouring, yes, Koreans don't typically bronze or contour, hence why there's no footage here. But for Americans, everyone and their grandmother knows what contouring is, the 3 technique, which is to start from the forehead, join it to the cheekbones, and then work it under the chin. And then on top of that, we'll sculpt out the cheekbones and also carve out the bridge of the nose. Now for eyebrows, this is also one of the biggest differences because the Koreans gravitate towards a more thick, straight, and also like natural fluffy eyebrow, whereas Americans really sculpt out that pointy end and then kind of create a gradient from the front so that it's lighter and then it finishes with a really sculpted tip. It's so sharp it can poke your eye out. Okay, now for eyeshadow, the Korean styles gravitate towards a really neutral pinky tone all over the lid and then taking a darker brown, slightly accentuating the outer corners of the eye. And then they'll usually use a really light highlight color to put in the inner corners of the eye and then run it 1/3 across the bottom lash line. This just creates that like aegyo cutesy look. For eyeliner, Koreans typically just use this to elongate the eyes a little bit and they strive to achieve that like half moon shape. But for Americans, eyeshadow really accentuates the contours of the eye and really brings out the shadows and deepening up the crease and things like that. So it's more of a 3-dimensional look. And for liner, typically everyone will rock a winged liner, so that feline cat eye where it flicks up at the end. If you got your dramatic wing right, then everything is well. This is just the difference so far. Korean styles tend to stay away from bronzer, so all they'll use is blush just on top of the apples of the cheeks. You know when a baby's pinched on the cheek and it flushes? It's that kind of look. It's girly and natural. American and Western styles, blush is used on top of the cheekbones and blended into the contour and then slowly worked back towards the temples. And then usually you'll finish it off with some highlight. Now for lips, I guess Western styles really like that kind of sexy, thick lip like Angelina Jolie, and they'll use matte colors to help accentuate the shape of the lips to get them to that optimal, full and voluptuous shape. But for Koreans, typically Korean lip products are usually pinky and corally tones. They like that look of like when you suck on a lollipop, it stains the inside of your lip and leaves that like mark on the inside, and it kind of creates that ombre style. It's like a lollipop lip. So these are just some techniques and like the major differences that I found in Korean and American makeup, and what they ultimately strive to achieve through makeup is completely different. I think Korean is more cute and natural, whereas Western, like American styles are very mature and sexy almost. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think and which look you prefer, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!